Hey Legionnaires, it's Friday, which means it's time for the Lenovo Legion Go update on the roadmap and what was released this week. And you can enjoy some Grand Blue Fantasy relink footage in the background while we go through these changes and some of the roadmap as well. In case you missed it, earlier this week we told you about version 1.0.2.7 that was released. This was actually a beta that leaked, and they have now made further steps to prevent leaks of the betas in future, and they have officially released the 1.0.2.7 version, so reboot your Legion space if you haven't got this update yet. And this officially brings the integration of the driver and BIOS updates, which is still opt-in and not automatic, but when they are available we will get those via Legion space now. The customizable fan curves, the ability to set controller sleep durations, the FPS limiters. As people pointed out in the betas, the figures were not quite right. They've now put the recommended FPS limits in there, but I've also warned that you may need to reset your profile in AMD Adrenalin if that's not working correctly. They've also added the left and right trigger adjustments for dead zones, and the ability to reset dead zone and response curves to default values, as well as the ability to toggle LED lights on the power button. Lastly, in that update, they've added support for 8 additional languages, which are Croatian, Danish, Finnish, Greek, Brazilian Portuguese, Russian, Turkish, and Ukrainian. Although the FPS limiter is working, they may tweak this in future, so just be aware and report this on the forums if you're having any issues. They are really taking on board the community feedback, as you can see with a lot of these updates, so keep the feedback going back to Lenovo if you want to see more in future. Now, some people have reported issues with the version 29 BIOS update. Make sure that your battery is above 50% just to be extra safe when you're doing that. And when the system reboots to install, the white bar does go very slowly up. The screen will turn off, everything will go off, but the power button will stay on, and it may sit like that for quite some time, so just wait for it to reboot. It will come back on and the white bar will pick back up. Sometimes it does go to sleep, I've found, after around 10-15 minutes if it hasn't come up. Don't long press the power button, just press it once and it usually picks up fine. They have recognised that there is still a problem with the custom TDP, and they're saying that it requires 3 further adjustments. They did implement one in this update, but it's not working correctly, and they are looking to fix that as soon as possible. And the other 2 fixes are going to be implemented later for a fuller control of the TDP range. They are having issues with this and are working on it. So they aren't ignoring it, they are working on it. It's just proven more of a challenge than they anticipated. The beta driver for the SD card stutter has improved things, but there is still a further update to come. So if you are affected with that, do go and check it out on the forums, and we've included the link in the article attached if you want to try that version out if you haven't got it already. They are still looking at AMD's fluid motion frame support for the Go from AMD, but there is no current ETA on this. They know that the benefits and the importance of this, and they are working as quick as possible to do this. And for those that are having a fan whine issue, they are looking at being able to provide replacements, but they have no news on this for now. There is a strategic way to place some tape to do it, which is available on Reddit, although it's not officially recommended. Controller wobble can be addressed with a call to the service department, so if you are having issues with that, they will get that sorted for you, and they cannot replicate any issues with left speaker noise that has been reported, so if you are having that issue, do get in touch with them so you can help them out. Going forwards, their priority list is currently the custom TDP fix, key mapping support as it keeps coming up, improved gyro support, the battery charge limiting, and the addition of all the extra controls for TDP. No firm timeline on that, and the key mapping is going to come in 2 waves, but it requires a lot of work, and again, they have no timeline on this currently. Let us know what you think of the changes that have happened so far and what you think of the current priorities, if they are right in your book. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.